in the house. Cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance. You see the devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, boy. I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is round number 6 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship, presented by New Zealand Sim Racing, thanks to Speed Nation and So It Seems Custom Upholstery. Tonight we come to one of the longest dirt tracks on the iRacing.com service on the dirt side of things, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Brent Wheeler with you for the callers. We have got qualifying on the program, 62 drivers have signed into the pit area for tonight. Currently 60 of those 62 have taken a lap time. Tonight we come in to round number 6, and what has just been over the first 5 weeks, 2 drivers who have picked up feature race wins. Alec Inslee with 2 feature wins, and Harry Stewart finds himself with 3 feature wins. And coming into tonight, those 2 drivers have really been the class of the field, and of course they are 1 and 2 in the points. Harry Stewart leading the points, and we'll take a look at the points here. In fact, we'll get the points up for you right now. Harry Stewart with 490 points, Alec Inslee with 468 points, Darcy Wilson third with 395, Dylan Cook with 379, and Matthew Johnston rounds out the top 5 in the point standing. James Smythe, James McDonald, Caden Barker, Tom Storr, and Ayrton Smith, they top 10. Again, we'll see the likes of those drivers in attendance here for tonight. Leo Heaton, Regan Edwards, Mitch Favis, Campbell Richards, Luke Wilson, your top 15. Jordan McDonnell, Matt McCutcheon, Cooper Wilson, Murray Howe, and Stefan Adams are your top 20 coming into the Drivers' Championship. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen as well, the Teams Championship, the top 5, United Sim Sports with 885 points, Fastlane Esports 847, the NZSR team 751, Maverick Sim Sports 687, and FYB Sim Racing with 683. As we are going into the first of 5 heat races on the program for tonight, let's take a look. Let's get that off the screen. Let's take a look at your official qualifying results before we go 2 laps around the Williams Grove Speedway. It is Rico Robles, the man that went quick time with a 20.646. Colton Key, Alec Inslee, Jordan McDonnell, Mitchell Sparrow, your top 5. Then you go back to Caden Barker, Hayden Guptill, Jared Guptill, Brian McIntyre, and Braith Carlin. Looking through this field, where is Harry Stewart? 22nd position. So your points leader, 22nd spot, whereas Alec Inslee was inside the top. Well, he was in the top 3. So Stewart's got his work cut out for him. Here we go, heat race number 1. We'll see 13 cars on the racetrack. You'll see 13 cars in heats 1 and 2. Heats 3, 4, and 5, you'll see 12 cars apiece. Rico Robles lines up on pole position to the outside. Caden Barker from position number 2. Mitch Favish will start position number 3. Xavier Simmons lines up at a position number 4. Graham Smythe will line up at a position number 5. Position number 6, it's going to be Ryan Avila. Position number 7, Harry Edwards. Mitchell Piskalik at a position number 8. Jackson Hannon lines up at a position number 9. Joshua Walton from position number 12. Position number 11 is Caleb Beecroft. Position number 12 is Jordan Richards. Oh, Jesus. All sorts of out of whack. And position number 13, it's Shane Van Gisbergen. As we are ready for a start, the safety car is still on the racetrack, so we'll send them around one more time. So 5 heat races on the program. Then we'll move into an E main, a D main, a C main, B main. We'll also have a dash, and then we'll finish it up with a 35 lap main event. So ready for a start, heat race number 1. Hello, Johnson. Well, Caden Barker on the outside of the front row was certainly ahead of the rest of the field. And it's going to be Barker to lead him down the back straight away. Here comes Xavier Simmons to the outside on Rico Robles down into turn number 3. Lap number 1 of 8. Robles just stays glued to the bottom side. Oh, not sure whether the 3 car, the Dynamic Sim Sports number 3 car's got some issues right now, but looks a little sluggish. He's unable to get to the top side of the racetrack. As we continue on here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Again, a big thanks to SimBlacks New Zealand, Speed Nation, and So It Seems Customer Poultry. And of course, New Zealand Sim Racing. It's still Barker, who again was well ahead of the competition at the initial start of the green flag. Simmons runs in second. Smythe runs in third position. Remember, he's coming off a couple of weeks back-to-back podiums in that number 24 car. As Simmons tries to run down your race leader. Beecroft already back in the pit area as we watch that battle. Slowly starting to come up for the race lead. Can Caden Barker hold on in that 685 machine? Creeps up on the inside, goes Simmons. He'll have the race lead up turn number 4. Smythe Robles, they still run nose to tail. Then back behind them, Mitch Fabish and Ryan Avila as Fabish throws a slider there on Ryan Avila. Avila will turn it back underneath him. He's got some dip in that number 1A machine. Normally runs the 49 machine. Again, Avila and Fabish, they'll work side by side. Just in front of them, Robles trying to get by Graham Smythe. 4 positions, number 3 and 4. Remember, top 2 go straight to the main event and will also go straight into the main event. Fabish makes a little contact there with Ryan Avila, and that'll put Mitchell Piskalek up into position number 6. So the top 2 will make it straight into the show. Everybody else will go through the consolation races. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 97 machine. Back down to 11th position. We've got 2 to run. There's your fact. In fact, that is your top 4 on screen. Now make it 3rd and 4th as Smythe. 1 spot out of a transfer unofficially at the moment. Will there be any post-race penalties for Caden Barker in that 685 machine? We'll have to wait and see how it unfolds. Simmons leads him down the back straight under the Blue Bridge. Blue Bridge here at Williams Grove Speedway. He'll make his way through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is going to fly, and it will be Xavier Simmons getting the win. And Caden Barker home in 2nd. 3rd will go to Graham Smythe. Mitch Fabish in 4th. Mitchell Piskalek rounds out your top 5. Ryan Avila home in 6th. Joshua Walton 7th. Harry Edwards 8th. Shane Van Gisbergen 9th. Jordan Richards 10th. Jackson Hannon, Rico Robles, and Caleb Beecroft. Your unofficial 13 drivers for heat race number 1. We will take a look in just a few moments at your heat number 1 results as they make their way up on to the screen right now. And again, 13 cars in heat number 1. We'll see 13 cars in heat number 2. So there is Xavier Simmons and Caden Barker will transfer to the dash and to the main event. Everybody else to a B, C, D, and a D main. Again, with 62 cars signed into the pit area. It's going to be a long night for some of these drivers who will be able to run the alphabet soup. Heat number 2, they will line up like this. Colton Key lines up on the pole position to the outside of the front row. Driving the New Zealand 1, he is a multiple New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Champion. It's Hayden, he's the defending. In fact, New Zealand number 1 on the iRacing game. He will start position number 2. Rylan Gray lines up the 06 machine from position number 3. Justin Stoll's out of position number 4. Position number 5, your points leader coming in tonight. And also, dual back-to-back NZSR National Midget Champion Harry Stewart lines up at a position number 5. He's outside. Sam Waddell lines up at a position number 6. Jack Groenwald at a position number 7. Nathan Kane lines up at a position number 8. Brock Gilchrist lines up at a position number 9. Cale James will start from position number 10. Campbell Richards from position number 11. Jamie Thompson from position number 12. And Peter Honeybell lines up at a position number 13. So So heat number 2. So in fact, if we look at past previous NZSR champions, if I get to the right Discord, I can tell you that 4 titles. Hayden Guptill 2014, Hayden Guptill 2016. He's in this one. Harry Stewart 2020 and 2021. He's also in this one. So that's going to be interesting to see how those drivers do here in heat number 2. So 4 out of what is 7 National Midget Championships are in this heat. So, but more importantly, your points that are coming in tonight is Harry Stewart. Will he go to a consolation race? Will he go to the dash? Green flag is out. And it's Colton Key who got a little bit of a jump on the inside. Starting position, we go 3-1. Look at Harry Stewart now. Quickly made his way to position number 3, but slips back to position number 5 as you're not seeing twice. There it is, the Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions. Sean Dyson owned paint liveries on the Ryland Gray and Justin Stoll's entry as Guptill tries to throw it down deep into turn 1 and 2 on Colton Key. Guptill, what has he got for Colton Key? We're only a lap and a quarter, a lap and 3/4 in. Gray and Stolz, they work it side by side. Stewart back there in 5th, not far out of this picture. And then you got Jack Groenwald in 6th in your top 6 cars. Just a little breakaway from 7th on back. 7th on back seems to be Gilchrist Richards as they're working 7th and 8th. But here comes Guptill down to the inside. Picked up a real-life midget feature win just this past weekend. So well done to Hayden Guptill on that one, as he now moves into the race at the end of the completion of our 3rd lap. Hello, Anthony. Stolz leads the first of 2. Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions. Team cars, as there goes Colton Key, got into the side of Hayden Guptill. Guptill, cross flag sticks are out in heat number 2. 20-odd second lap times here at Williams Grove Speedway. Here comes the Titan Garage's number 11 machine for United Sim Sports. Puts the move there on Ryland Gray. And Gray will look to turn it back underneath him and move Harry Stewart into position number 4. Fast line looks like it might be just above the slit all the way around this big half a mile of a racetrack. Just a couple of laps left to run for Hayden Guptill. We'll keep an eye on that 63 entry of Colton Key. He would be the final car in heat number 2 to directly transfer to the dash and the main event. The 11th on back through the 24th. Those 14 drivers will come from the B main, and you don't want to be stuck in or buried in an E or a D main, because that means there's a lot of racing. And I think trying to think if we've had someone run the entire soup here as we work into turns 3 and 4. The checkered flag will fly. Hayden Guptill going to be victorious in heat number 2. Second will go to Colton Key. Justin Stolz holds on to 3rd position. Harry Stewart will come home 4th. Ryland Gray rounds out the top 5. Go back to Brock Gilchrist, Jack Groenwald, Peter Honeybell moved up 5 positions to come home 8th. Jamie Thompson 9th, Nathan Kane 10th unofficially, as heat race number 2 coming up on your screen. Guptill, Key, Stolz, Stewart and Gray, Gilchrist, Groenwald, Honeybell, Kane, Richard your top 10, Thompson, Waddell and James your 13 drivers in heat number 2. Heat number 3. A man that will start on the pole position. He's picked up 2 feature wins so far this season, and he finds himself lining up inside the front row. That is Alec Inslee, second in the point standings, also coming into tonight. Position number 2, it's nice to see this guy back at the 84 machine. It is Jared Guptill. Rolling off at a position number 3, Corey Kosana to his outside for FYB Sim Racing. Murray Howe lines up at a position number 4. Ayrton Hodson lines up at a position number 5, and Darcy Wilson who sits third in the point standings coming into tonight, will start from position number 6. Leo Heaton will start out of position number 7. James Turnbull out of position number 8. Max Donnelly out of position number 9. Tom Stawell will start from position number 10. Richie Stanaway out of position number 11. And Dominic Gordon from position number 12. So the 12 cars in these next 3 heat races. And just looking over the point standings, Alec Inslee, Darcy Wilson in this one. They are 3rd and 4th in the points. Sorry, 2nd and 3rd in points. Tom Stawell in this one, 9th in the point standings. Graham Smythe picked up 9 positions after last week's podium. He's had 2 top 5s. Darcy Wilson has had 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. Alec Inslee has found himself 2 wins. And of course 3 top 5s, of course 2 of those top 5s coming off via the wins. There's still a fair bit of work to do for some of these drivers. Green flag is out. Alec Inslee, Jared Guptill, 1 car side down. It's James Turnbull. Look out, Darcy Wilson getting shuffled back into position number 11. There may have been contact as we work down into 3 and 4 for the first time in heat race number 3. Here at the Grove, 3-1 as they make their way off turn number 4 down the front straight away. Alec Inslee opens up a 3/10 of a second lead. Look out, Ayrton Hodson tried to go low on Corey Kassan and Jared Guptill as Jared Guptill puts himself in a nice and comfortable second position on the racetrack through turn number 3 and 4. Follows your race leader, Alec Inslee, again just above the slick. Murray Howell in 5th position. He's got some company with that HUSL driver of Leo Heaton. Look out, the 10 goes half, spins it around. 1 car gets into the side of him, and I believe that's going to be Dominic Gordon. So a tough start for some of the drivers here in heat race number 3. The 43 of Kassan. Kassan in the 43, trying to close in on Jared Guptill for the final transfer position. Trying to directly lock himself into the main event. Otherwise, we'll have to run an 12, 14, 16. Should be 18 lap B main. It might even be a 20 lap B main. There's still plenty of racing to come here at the Williams Grove Speedway. We're halfway home in heat number 3. So, in fact, right then, as we went down the back straightaway, we were halfway in tonight's heat races. Meanwhile, here comes Guptill. Closes in on your race leader. That Heater Designs number 2 entry of Alec Inslee. Guptill's pretty quick at the moment. He's showing some speed right now. Inslee looks like he might have his work cut out for him in these final couple of laps as we work through turn number 3 and 4. Your leader is still Alec Inslee. Leading the way now opens up 3/10 of a second advantage over Jared Guptill. Here comes Ayrton Hodson now closing in just a couple of car lengths between 2nd and 3rd. And then just to the right of your screen, the 43 entry of Corey Kassan. White flag is upon us in heat number 3. Alec Inslee. Half a mile to run. Down to the inside goes Hodson. Could not complete the move on Guptill, but tell you what, Guptill, he made sure the door was shut on the exit of turn number 2. Wicked slide job by Ayrton Hodson down into turn number 3. Guptill goes back to the inside. The race off turn number 4 to the start finish line. Alec Inslee wins from Ayrton Hodson, getting the job done over Jared Guptill, Corey Kassan, and Max Donnelly. That'll be your top 5. 6 will go to Tom Stawell, Leo Heaton, Richie Stanaway, Murray Howell, and Darcy Wilson, your top 10. James Turnbull and Dominic Gordon make up the drivers in heat race number 3. Those drivers will come home in position number 11 and 12. And in fact, we will take a look right now at those official results coming up on screen. There it is, Inslee, Hodson, your top two. Guptill, Crossan, Donnelly, Storr, Heaton, Stanaway, Howe, Wilson, Turnbull, and Gordon. Your 12 drivers in heat number 3. Heat number 4, second last heat race of the night. Jordan McDonnell lines up the 34 machine from the pole position to the outside of the front row. It's Brian McIntyre, position number 2. Brody Kostecki lines up at a position number 3. Matthew Johnston from position number 4. Position number 5, it's Bryce Lucius. Position number 6, it's Stefan Adams. Position number 7, Regan Edwards. Matt McCutcheon out of position number 8. Brad Robertson, position number 9. Troy Pennington out of position number 10. Russell Bonzi from position number 11. And James McDonald from position number 12. A little change to the order. Matt McCutcheon, who was scheduled to start 8, did not make the call for the heat race number 4. So that'll move Troy Pennington up to position number 8 and James McDonald to position number 12. Go you, Jamie. Go, Jamie. You can do it. Righto, Anthony. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. And well, there is certainly a big kerfuffle there at the back of the field between a number of drivers. We are not going to go yellow. Of course, no yellows in the heat races. So Jordan McDonnell leads from Brody Kostecki and Bryce Lucius. That's your top 3, and you can see the top 3 drivers on screen. Now, am I seeing that right, boys? Please tell me I'm seeing that right. Kostecki in the Team Billabong car, painted up car, or whether I have to reload up trading paints. Hopefully I shouldn't have to, because everything seems to be on my end up to date. It's still McDonnell leading. It was 16th, I think, from memory in the point standings. Kostecki first time we've seen him all season long here at Williams Grove in week number 6. Troy Pennington looks to get back by James McDonald. McDonald back around the outside. Here comes Russell Bonzi in the 42 machine. Pennington, Bonzi. Can Bonzi get by Pennington? 3 laps to go in heat number 4 here at the Grove. McDonnell, Kostecki, and that's the top 2 at the moment. Lucius on the outside looking in. McDonald has got some, in fact, yeah, it's the, Pennington in the 4, not McDonald. McDonald is in 4th position, the 4 machine of Pennington. Still battling with Bonzi. Bonzi unable to clear him right now at a turn number 2. So Bonzi having a little dramas in heat number 4 with Troy Pennington. Both drivers, both Pennington and Bonzi, have moved up plus 5 positions. Just in front of them, James McDonald started dead last, 12th position. He's up 8 spots in 4th place at the moment, but it won't matter too much because through turn number 3, out of turn number 4, here onto the start-finish line, the main straightaway, Jordan McDonnell going to get the job done in heat number 4. He'll go to the show Second to go to Brody Kostecki. Third to be Bryce Lucius, James McDonald, and Troy Pennington. Rounds out your top 5. Russell Bonzi, Brad Robertson, Matthew Johnston, Matt McCutcheon, Regan Edwards. Your top 10. We take a look at those official results coming up. Adams and Brian McIntyre will come home in 11th and 12th position. So there is heat number 4 done and dusted. Your 5th and final heat race of the night. Mitchell Sparrow lines up the 669 machine from position number 1 to his outside. Braith Carlin lining up at a position number 2. Hello Jada. Position number 3, Dylan Cook will start alongside Demo Mitri. Marco Giltrap at a position number 4. Aaron Hodgson rolls off at a position number 5. Taylor Bryant out of position. Aaron Hodgson out of 6. Taylor Bryant out of position number 7. Bailey Leeson out of position number 8. Alan Tacken position number 9. Hayden Vickers position number 10. Dion DeGraaf position number 11. And Aaron Trotter at a position number 12. So again, some drivers in this one. Let's take a look at the points. Dylan Cook, we're 4th in points coming into tonight. We've already seen Matthew Johnston earlier on in the night. So it looks like the only driver inside the top 10. So 5th and final heat race of the night. In fact, let's bring up those points just quickly for the drivers that running how it all shakes up. There it is. Harry Stewart, Alec Inslee, Darcy Wilson, Dylan Cook and Matthew Johnson, your top 5. Oh, I'm good, mate. It's Bills Grove. There's always something entertaining to do here at the Williams Grove Speedway. We come into our 5th and final heat race of the night. 3 wide momentarily through turn number 1 and 2. Braith Carlin leads him down the back straight away. Mitchell Sparrow, your pole sitter, finds himself in 2nd position. Top 2 will go to the dash. Everybody else will go to last chance qualifiers. Mitri into the side. Well, Mitri's going to take out and cause some carnage on the front straightaway. There's 5 cars involved. And well, if you are from about 5th on back and you happen to get through that one for the likes of Dion DeGraaf, how about that one from position number 11? He's +9, make it +8. As Giltrap and DeGraaf, they'll go wheel to wheel out of turn number 4. And Marco Giltrap puts the team Billabong number 40 machine up into position number 2. After starting inside the 3rd row. DeGraaf again from the final row, from row number 6 inside position number 11. He's got Taylor Bryant behind him. There's the battle between Bailey Leeson and Trotter. So Tacken, Hodgson and Sparrow all involved in that one. One car into the wall. It's Bailey Leeson upside down in turn number 1 and 2. Here comes another team Billabong car to the inside. That was Taylor Bryant who got by Dion DeGraaf. So 3rd and 4th drivers, that will go to the B main. And right now, that is going to be Taylor Bryant and Dion DeGraaf. One car coming back out onto the racetrack. That's Alan Tacken in that number 21 machine. As there goes Taylor Bryant around to his outside. Tacken just pulling over to the infield, letting the cars on the lead lap go on by as we complete our 5th lap here at Williams Grove Speedway, the final heat race of the night before we move into preliminary action, which will be an E, D, C and a B main. So 4 preliminary mains, 14, 16, 18 and 20 laps on tap for those preliminary mains. Then we'll have a 6 lap dash and then a 35 lap main event still to come. So still at least 80 laps, about 81 or so laps left to run here. As here comes Trotter to the inside. Trotter now looks to make a move. Well, Trotter's hit everything, including the pace truck tonight. Well, that's one way to pass someone. Move Deon de Graaf out of a third place spot at the moment, as Braith Cullen has already made his way under the bridge here at Williams Grove Speedway. He's going to make his way pretty cool, calm and collected on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got about 8 weeks to come before he gets the second place car across the start finish line, as he will win by a gap of over 3 seconds. So Braith Cullen and Marco Giltrap will get those top 2 finishing positions. Aaron Trotter home in 3rd, Taylor Bryant 4th, Deon de Graaf 5th, Hayden Vickers 6th, Dylan Cook 7th, Mitri Hodgson and Leeson come home in 8, 9 and 10. Tacken and Sparrow will be in position number 11. And 12 is heat number 5. Results coming your way. So in fact there was a penalty for Trotter, so that'll move Bryant up to 3rd, de Graaf up to 4th, Vickers 5th, Mitri 6th, Trotter, Cook, Leeson, Sparrow, Tacken and Hodgson, of course. Carlin Giltrap will go to the main event directly from your heat racing action. Let's take a look at your ultimate dirt to be starting grid. In fact, it's going to be 12, 14, 16 and 12, 14, 16 and 18 laps for the preliminary mains. E-main on the cards here at Williams Grove Speedway. So Cable Richards and Darcy Wilson will make up the front row, starting from positions number 1 and 2. Regan Edwards will start from position number 3. Mitchell Sparrow lines up at a position number 4. Jackson Hannon starts at a position number 5. And Jamie Thompson will start from position at number 6. Position number 7, James Turnbull. Position number 8, Stefan Adams. Position number 9, Alan Tack. And position number 10, Rico Robles. Position number 11, Sam Waddell. Position number 12, Dominic Gordon. Position number 13, Brian McIntyre. Position number 14, Aaron Hodgson. Position number 15, Caleb Beecroft. And position number 16, it is Cale James. And one big mover, one big shake-up in this field, Regan Edwards, who was scheduled to line up at a position number 3, unfortunately did not make the call. And he is done in your E-main. So that will move the entire inside row up a position from that 3rd row. They will move up 1 row. So the only person not to change a position on the front row is Campbell Richards, and he is your pole sitter. 12 laps on the board. Top 6 going through to the back of the D-main. Who will those 6 drivers be? We'll find out. One car hard into the wall and upside down. That is Rico Robles. Everybody just trying to find themselves into a little bit of a rhythm on the opening lap here at the Grove. For some of these drivers, their 6th round of the season, or the 6th round of the series, will come to a complete end after this E-main. And if you're not inside the top 6, and I tell you who does not want to be in one of those drivers from 7th on back is your race leader at the moment. Darcy Wilson comes into tonight 3rd in the point standings. And if any one of these couple of drivers in this field that have got the talent and the speed to make a run through the alphabet soup, he would certainly be one that I would keep an eye on. He leads them down the back straight away. Turnbull tries to look low down into 3 on Richards. Now slides up in front of Sparrow. Remember Sparrow, pretty sure he started on pole of one of the heat races before disaster struck. in that 669 machine, so he's got a lot of work to do as well. So Mitchell Sparrow showing some early signs of showing some great speed here in the E-main as the top 4 broken away. They have got about a second of a gap back to Sam Waddell and Brian McIntyre. That's your top 6. Caleb Beecroft, Cale James outside looking in. Both drivers started on the back 3 positions at what was essentially going to be 15th and 16th. Oh, that sucks, Mark. That really sucks. So here comes James Turnbull in the 2, gets into the back of Campbell Richards. Sparrow had to check up. Wilson, and he leads by a little over 0.6 of a second. Halfway home here in your E-main here at the Winners Grove Speedway, the SimBlacks New Zealand 2022 National Midget Championship, brought to you by New Zealand Sim Racing, So It Seems, Customer Poultry and Speed Nation. So we thank those businesses. Make sure to check them out on the social media pages. Support the people that will support Sim Racing. Here comes Turnbull again down to the outside on Campbell Richards. And Richards is now got to fight for that runner-up position. But how hard do you fight knowing that top 6 will make it into the show? Campbell Richards looks very good there on the exit of turn number 4 on the bottom side. He found all sorts of moisture. Now he'll run the slider line down into 1 and 2. Opens up that inside line for James Turnbull to work it back down into turn number 3. Down to the low side he goes. Will he look for the slider? Yes, he does. And James Turnbull will see Campbell Richards go back to the inside. 3 to run. While they're having this great battle unfold in front of them, they are catching Darcy Wilson. It's about half a second. Little over half a second right now. Not quite 0.6 of a second. But again, if you're Darcy Wilson right now, 2 laps left to run, you see that lap car half a straightaway in front of you. You really don't want to be catching that lap car. You don't need to be catching the lap car. Knowing that your one is now less than a mile to run here at the Grove to transfer into the D. And continue on the 6th round of the series for the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Brought to you by New Zealand Sim Racing. I'm going to say, here comes Campbell Richards. He's found something. Top 1 and 2, probably the bottom 3 and 4 is certainly the place to be at the moment. We work down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time in your E-main for round number 6. The checkered flag will fly. Darcy Wilson gets the win. Campbell Richards home in 2nd. James Turnbull 3rd. Mitchell Sparrow 4th. Sam Waddell rounds out the top 5. Then you go back to Brian McIntyre getting that 6th and final transfer position. As those 6 drivers, their journey to continue, their quest to make it into the A-main is still on the cards. We will take a look at your E-main to confirm those 6 drivers: Darcy Wilson, Campbell Richards, James Turnbull, Mitchell Sparrow, Sam Waddell and Brian McIntyre will go into the back of the D-main, which will consist of 14 laps. And again, we're going to take the top 6 into the back of the C. So still a D, C and a B main to come here at the Grove. 17 cars taken to the racetrack. In your D main, those drivers, they will line up like this. Row number 1 to inside. Position number 1, it's Harry Edwards. Position number 2, Peter Honeybell. Row 2 inside. Position number 3, Richie Stanaway. Position number 4, Matthew Johnston. Dylan Cook will start from position number 5. Shane Van Gisbergen out of position number 6. Nathan Kane, position number 7. Murray Howe, position number 8. Matthew McCutcheon, position number 9. Bailey Leeson from position number 10. Position number 11, Jordan Richards. Position number 12, E-main winner, Darcy Wilson. Campbell Richards, position number 13. James Turnbull, position number 14. 15th is going to be Mitchell Sparrow. Sam Waddell in 16th. And Brian McIntyre in position number 17. I've been speaking about points all night long. So Matthew Johnston, Dylan Cook, and Darcy Wilson are sitting 3, 4, and 5 in the points. Wilson, 73, make that 95 points behind your leader of Harry Stewart. Then there's a 16-point gap back to Dylan Cook, and then a 5-point gap. So what is essentially 21 points between 3rd, 4th, and 5th when it comes to the overall point standings. That could be big in the grand scheme of things. Here we go. And we're underway in the D main. Lap number 1 will go to Harry Edwards. Cook runs in 2nd, Johnston 3rd, McCutcheon 4th, Stanaway 5th, and Kane in that 6th and final transfer position. Nose to tail for the top 3, but for how long? Because Edwards, he's going to be swarming. He's got a... Oh boy, that was all sorts of ugly tight there for Harry Edwards. He's now going to lose the race lead to Dylan Cook and Matthew Johnson, who was moved up into position number 2. So Edwards has got some work cut out for him as Matt McCutcheon tries to make a pass on the inside of the exit of turn number 2 there on the previous time. Cook still your race leader from Johnston, Edwards, McCutcheon. Then you go back to Richie Stanaway, Shane Van Gisbergen in that 6th and final transfer position. Mitchell Sparrow trying to run the soup. Starter position number 13. He ran runner up in the E-main and is now 1 spot out of a transfer. In fact, it's Mitchell Sparrow 1 spot out of a transfer. Started 15th, in fact, sorry. Here he comes. It was quick earlier on in the night. He certainly got some speed. He comes to the inside was Bailey Leeson. They work wheel to wheel. Meanwhile, Shane Van Gisbergen has gotten by Richie Stanaway. So Van Gisbergen trying to find himself into the back of the sea as we look at Sparrow in 7th position. Here comes your E-main winner of Darcy Wilson. 2 spots out is Darcy Wilson. Sparrow's 1 spot out as they close in on the back of the 26 of Richie Stanaway. Van Gisbergen was a little ugly there in turn number 1. Here comes Sparrow to the inside, dives it deep down into turn number 3. Tries to keep it up on the moisture above the slick out of turn number 4, and Mitchell Sparrow has that 6th and final transfer position. Well, you look at the 6th, sponsored number 5 machine of Darcy Wilson. Just to the far right of your screen, dives it low, sends it deep now on Richie Stanaway, as the pair did make contact. Up front is Dylan Cook right now, leading the way from Matthew Johnston and Matt McCutcheon. McCutcheon looks to close in here on Johnston. 9 down, 5 to run. Edwards still in 4th position after leading just the opening lap of the night in the D main. He's found himself just lock solid in 4th position at the moment. Van Gisbergen sits in 5th. Mitchell Sparrow in 6th, and he's got over a 1 second gap back to Darcy Wilson and Richie Stanaway in 7th and 8th position. 2 miles around the Williams Grove Speedway, and it feels a lot longer than that because we are talking half a mile of a racetrack. We are talking in the low 20s. We're probably even talking close to 21-second lap times. And let's take a look at the last lap times. And there it is, right on cue. Mid-21s, in fact. 21.5s, 21.6s. There's a few 21.7s and 21.8s. And no doubt this race And the rate, or the race times, I should say, will just be a little longer when it comes to the main event. Just a couple of laps left to run for Dylan Cook. Matthew Johnston in the 48 machine. Looking to hold on to position number 2. Here comes Matt McCutcheon to his outside. The team Billabong. Number 00 machine. White flag is out. Van Gisbergen has gotten by Harry Edwards, and as has Mitchell Sparrow. Sparrow's working up there right now. White flag is out. Final time for 6 of these drivers to move into the C main. In fact, we've just completed our D main, and there it is. Checkered flag flies here at the Grove. And the drivers that will continue on: Dylan Cook, Matt McCutcheon, Matthew Johnston, Shane Van Gisbergen, Mitchell Sparrow, and Harry Edwards. Excuse me, the main results. The main results on screen for Dylan Cook, Matt McCutcheon, Matthew Johnston, Shane Van Gisbergen, Mitchell Sparrow, and Harry Edwards. They will continue on for the likes of Darcy Wilson. Third in the points. Unfortunately, that is going to be his night done and dusted. Along with Standaway, McIntyre, Howe, Turnbull, Leeson, Kane, Honeybell, Richards, and Waddell. You see main. Second last consolation race of the evening. We'll line up like this. Troy Pennington, the 4 machine, will line up on the pole position. Hayden Vickers, the 15, from position number 2. Position number 3, it's Ryan Avila. Position number 4, Brock Gilchrist. Position number 5, it's Tom Storr, Russell Bonzi. At a position number 6, Demo Mitri. At a position number 7, Joshua Walton. Position number 8, Jack Growenwald. Position number 9, Leo Heaton. From position number 10, position number 11, Brad Robertson. Position number 12, Aaron Trotter. Position number 13, Dylan Cook. Position number 14, Matthew McCutcheon. Matthew Johnston. Position number 15, Shane Van Gisbergen. Position number 16, Mitchell Sparrow. Position number 17, and Harry Edwards in position number 18. C main cars. Top 6 will go to the back of the B main. The green flag flies and we are underway down into turn number 1 and 2. It's a busy night in the service. 62 drivers have signed in, so another full car lobby. We've seen it over the first 6 weeks. One car, that's Ryan Avila, upside down. There is a multiple of cars. There's 3, 4, 5, 6 cars that we're going to lose in this one. And just like that, we go from 18 down to 13. Oh my. And not surprised that we're seeing yellow as what is 1/3 of that field. Boy, oh boy. And we get a car upside down in turns 3 and 4. That's Aaron Trotter in the 46 machine. We've already lost a number of drivers there on the opening lap, and that was a tough break for a handful of those drivers. as we're under the first caution flag of him. Now, generally, we don't see caution flags up until the A main. Generally, what he's been done as admin cautions. Now, I'll explain to you as to why we run the admin cautions, because, well, for that reason there, or one of two reasons. Obviously, that there, of course, that we just seen 5 cars out of the event. You can already see, in fact, that 6 cars it was. So 6 cars are out of the event already. Walton, the Villa, Vickers, Trotter, Heaton and Groenwald for the 12 cars still circulating. What will happen in the main event is later on tonight, in probably about 15 minutes time or something, roughly around there, when we go A main racing. If a single car spins out, if you've got automatic cautions on, iRacing will throw a yellow, which essentially you do 3 laps. Yes, you can cut it short, but if you don't cut it short, you go 3 laps. And especially at a long track like this, they're already doing 21-second lap times, so you're looking at close to a minute in lap times just to get around here. So how they've done it, and they've done it for the longest time, and probably one of the smartest ways to do it, caution laps will count, but they turn the cautions off. They will throw admin cautions, and they'll only throw a caution if there are 2 or more cars involved in a spin. If it's a single car spin, unfortunately, tough luck. You're out of luck, and, well, you'll have to move on to the following week. So that's how they do it. Smart move, in my opinion. Of course, that'll give us quite a long way in going and getting green flag runs here in the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. We're back underway already. We're 6, now going to make it 7 laps into this C main completed. 9 to run for Troy Pennington. Brock Gilchrist, the 2 out in front at the moment. Russell Bonds in the 42 machine. 1 car into the wall big time, and that is Tom Storr in car 54. You're watching Dylan Cook start 13th, and he's made it up into a transfer position. He swoops around the outside of the 42 entry of Russell Bonzi, and have a look who is coming. Van Gisbergen up to position number 6, but back with him is Mitchell Sparrow in the 669 machine. Then you go back to Matt McCutcheon, Matthew Johnston, Harry Edwards. So some drivers making some big moves through the field. And unfortunately, we are going to see a number of these talented race car drivers miss out here tonight. Will Sparrow be one of them? Will McCutcheon be another one? How about Johnston? Remember, Johnston's top 5 in points. We've already seen our 3rd place in points already not finish in the top 6 in the D main. So his night was done after the last race. But for the likes of Dylan Cook, Matthew Johnston, they're also 4th and 5th in the point standings. Will their journey continue on? Dylan Cook runs 3rd. Look out, there's some contact. And that's Mitri there in the 58 machine. That'll put Mitchell Sparrow plus 11. Bonzi is just in front of him. Little ways up front is the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Slide job by Cook on Gilchrist. And Gilchrist quickly and sharply turned it underneath him. We'll see 4 laps left to run at the start-finish line. The following, this lap it is, in fact. So the following lap is going to be lap number 13. And your leader is Troy Pennington in car number 4. Cook goes upstairs. Van Gisbergen rolls the bottom side of the racetrack. And Van Gisbergen picks up position number 3. But it's only momentarily, because here comes Dylan Cook with a head of steam down into turn number 3. You go back to the D main. Might even be the E main. I'm pretty sure Dylan Cook at the moment has run the entire alphabet soup. I'll have to check that in a few moments' time, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Dylan Cook at the moment ran the E main. He was certainly in the D, and of course in the C, looking to transfer to the B. 2 to go. Tip of the green for your race leader, Troy Pennington. Cook tries to go to the inside, gets stuck in the slick, and now here comes Van Gisbergen to his inside, and Van Gisbergen drives away from the 8 machine. Van Gisbergen comes after the top 2, and Pennington and Gilchrist into turns 3 and 4. And Van Gisbergen going to lead lap number 15. The white flag is out. Shane Van Gisbergen from position number 16. From what was 4th in the D main. is now looking for a race win. He'll go side by side, wheel to wheel with Troy Pennington. Who's it going to be off turn number 4? Van Gisbergen with the win. Pennington home in second. Cook third. Gilchrist fourth. McCutcheon fifth. And Johnston unofficially home in position number 6. So fourth and fifth in the point standings. At this stage, we'll transfer to the back of the B. And I are already going to confirm that Johnston will get the 6th and final transfer position, along with Matt McCutcheon, who comes home 5th, Brock Gilchrist 4th, Dylan Cook 3rd, Troy Pennington 2nd, and Shane Van Gisbergen is your race winner here tonight. Top 14 is going to be the magical number in what is a 19-car field. Let's just confirm that with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Top 14 is correct. Now I'm just going to check something here, because if we bring up the point standings, and here it is here, now you guys aren't going to see what I'm going to be doing here. Dylan Cook, in fact he ran from the E main. Sorry, he was in the D main, started 5th. And we've got, unfortunately, no drivers from the E main that are in tonight's B main. But still, from the D main all the way to the B, let's take a look here at your starting grid for your 19 drivers. Graham Smythe and Justin Stolls in row 1. Row 2, Jared Guptill and Bryce Relucius. Row 3, Taylor Bryant and Mitch Fabish. Row 4, Harry Stewart, Corey Kasan. Row 5, James McDonald, Dion DeGraff. Row 6, Mitchell Piskalik and Rylan Gray. Row 7, Max Donnelly and Shane Van Gisbergen. Troy Pennington, Dylan Cook. In row 8, Brock Gilchrist and Matt McCutcheon. Row 9. And row 10 by himself is Matthew Johnston. There was a heat race airwell going out to Mitchell Piskalik. So Piskalik goes from position number 11 back to the 19th starting position. We go, we're back underway in tonight's, we're back underway racing conditions here at the Williams Grove Speedway, your B main. 18 laps and we are already under yellow very quickly. So maybe race control not happy with the initial start, didn't see what happened there. So, again, drivers that are in this one in the points. How about this? Harry Stewart sitting top of the standings after the first 5 weeks. He's had 3 wins on the season. He's in the B main. The drivers that are in 4th and 5th in the point standings. Let's take a look at those. Of course, Dylan Cook running in 4th. He has had 2 top 5s in the first 5 weeks. And Matthew Johnson, just 1 top 5, but he's been consistent. He's seemed to be making the show. Green flag is back out. We are underway once again in your B main as we go back green here at the Grove. Now Bills Grove Speedway. for round number 6 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Graham Smythe, couple of podiums over the past couple of weeks. He's now leading the B main from Justin Stolz. Jared Guptill, who showed good early speed earlier on in the night, 3 wide with, here comes Bryce Lucius and Harry Stewart. Went 3 wide momentarily. Harry Stewart works the bottom side through 1 and 2. And right now, I dare say that number 11 machine is certainly going to be hot on the press here in this B main. They will certainly be looking to make those final finishing setup adjustments should he make the main event. 16 cars left on the racetrack. Guptill, that's Jared Guptill and Harry Stewart. And we're banging wheels down the back straight away. Smythe still leads the race from Justin Stolz. Here comes James McDonald there in the number 90 machine, trying to make a move there on Bryce Lucius. So at the moment, your top 6, and it's not the 6 that's the magical number. It's 14. Van Gisbergen and Matt McCutcheon. Van Gisbergen plus 6, McCutcheon plus 9. So McCutcheon goes from 18th to 9th. Even Matthew Johnston from 19th to 11th plus 8. And that'll put him into the show. Dylan Cook at the moment into the show. In 13th position. Up front here is your top 3 on screen. Nearly 3 wide. And we'll go 3 wide for a split second. 3, 1 and 2. And Harry Stewart says 2 for the price of 1. Thank you very much. But hey, no, where's this coming? That run on the outside line is just a little OP at the moment. But that the bottom side is good. It's just trying to get that exit speed. And right now, Harry Stewart will lead lap number 9. So if he can do what he did in 3 and 4 in turns 1 and 2, you may just see that number 11 machine pull away from the rest of the competition. We've seen these guys on the podium a number of times. And you go back to that D main. Remember Dylan Cook ran the bottom out of turn number 4, and just the speed that he showed. Stewart's now doing it here. He'll go to the top, through the middle on the exit of turn number 2. And watch him use the bottom side, through 3 and 4. More importantly, watch him try and keep those tyres in the moisture. James McDonald, Jared Guptill in 4th and 5th position. McDonald, he's slowly catching up to the drivers in the runner-up positions in 2nd and 3rd spot at the moment. That's Justin Stolz just in front of him. One of the drivers running that Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions 1AU entry. So can Justin Stolz get by Graham Smythe in the 24? We've got 6 laps left to run. Make it 5.5 as already Stewart is finding himself down into turn number 3. So as the laps tick down here at the Williams Grove Speedway, again a big thank you to, of course, SimBlacks New Zealand for their support with New Zealand Sim Racing. Next to, of course, Speed Nation. And so it seems Customer Poultry. Without their support here with this series, and of course without the team at New Zealand Sim Racing putting these shows on, 18-week season to determine who will be the 2022 National Midget Champion. Can the man out in front, can he be the first driver to get 3 National Midget Championships? He's already the only driver to go back-to-back in the National Midget Championships. Hayden Guptill's won 2 championships, but they will not back-to-back. They were 2014 and 2016. Dale Grover's had 1. Joel Berkeley's had 1. Brett Jr. Morris has had 1. Harry Stewart, he's been the past 2 champions. In 2020 and 2021. Will he be the champion in 2022? McDonald has gotten by Justin Stolz, but Stolz quickly disperses back on the number 90 machine down into turn number 3 and 4 as the white flag flies. As we go into the drone cam here at the Grove. Graham Smythe. I wonder if Harry Stewart's just figuring out where he wants to be at the moment, because, well, even by winning the B main, what this means, you are going to start position number 11. Checkered flag flies, and the 14 drivers that will visit the 35-lap main event. Those drivers, when we get the official results, I'll tell you who they will be. But right now, unofficially, Harry Stewart, Graham Smythe, Justin Stoll's your top 3. James McDonald, Shane Van Gisbergen your top 5. And now let's make it official. Stewart, Smythe, Stolz, McDonald and Van Gisbergen your top 5. Guptill, that's Jared Guptill. In 6, Matt McCutcheon 7. Mitch Fabish 8. Bryce Lucius 9. Dylan Cook 10th. Mitchell Piskalik 11. Max Donnelly in 12th. Rylan Gray 13th. And 14th is Troy Pennington. And Matthew Johnston, he will miss out. He was 5th in the point standings. He will take no further part here at the Williams Grove Speedway. So obviously getting a post-race penalty after that one. Taylor Bryant, Dion DeGraaf, Corey Croissant and Brock Gilchrist will unfortunately find themselves missing out in tonight's main event. So we get the cars in the dash onto the racetrack. In fact, looks like we've got some B main cars on the racetrack. Not sure what is going on here, but what we'll do, we might take a quick commercial break, come back in just a few moments' time. In fact, we'll show the point standings coming back into tonight. So it looks like we are not having a dash from what I can see. So again, these drivers just going out there and turning in some lap times. Again, a 35 lap feature event. So just trying to have a look and see what happened as to what is going on. But again, that is your points on screen. Again, we've got 1, 2, 3 inside the top 5. So Stewart, Inslee, and Cook are in this one. Smythe. Let's see who else is going to be in the main event. Just looking at trying to see if we've got Barker. Yes. McDonald. No, so he's out. Caden Barker. Yes, I said him. Tom Storr. No. Ayrton Smith. Ayrton Smith in the 64, I don't see. Leo Heaton, no, I don't see him either. Regan Edwards, no, he was in the E or the D main. Mitch Fabish and Campbell Richards. Fabish is in there. Campbell Richards was not. Luke Wilson's not here. Jordan McDonnell is in the show. He starts 4th. Matt McCutcheon is. Kipper Wilson is not here. Murray Howe and Stefan Adams. Murray Howe, no. And Stefan Adams. So right now, as the drivers are working in the racetrack, they have been told to not go on the top of the racetrack. They are trying to preserve that top side. They are trying to burn that bottom side in. And as you get a good look at the overhead of the Williams Grove Speedway, what we'll do, we'll take this opportunity, we'll pay some bills, come back, we'll play some music, and we're back for your 35-lap feature event, round number 6 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship, presented to you by Speed Nation and So It Seems Customer Poultry, and brought to you by New Zealand Sim Racing.
Introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I'm a king of rock, there is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To roll my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Now we rock the party and go correct. All sets are on time and rhyme connect. That's the right to slogan and good elect. And other rappers can't stand it, but give us respect. I wanna rock.
Well, and just like that, we are back here on Ultimate TV coverage of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship, brought to you by Speed Nation and So It Seems Customer Poultry. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for tonight's 35-lap main event. And we'll take a look at your Ultimate TV starting grid from back to front. Your 24 starters that will line up like this. From position number 24, it is Troy Pennington. Position number 23, Rylan Gray. Position number 22, Max Donnelly. Position number 21, Mitchell Piscalick. Position number 20, Dylan Cook. Position number 19, Bryce Lucius. Position number 18, Mitch Fabish. Position number 17, Matt McCutcheon. Position number 16, Jared Guptill. Position number 15, Shane Van Gisbergen. Position number 14, James McDonald. Position number 13, Justin Stolz. Position number 12, Graham Smythe. Position number 11, Harry Stewart. Position number 10, Marco Giltrap. Position number 9, Brody Kostecki. Position number 8, Ayrton Hodson. Position number 7, Colton Key. Position number 6, Caden Barker. Position number 5, Braith Carlin. Position number 4, Jordan McDonnell. Position number 3, Alec Inslee. Position number 2, Hayden Guptill. And your pole setter in car number 11, Xavier Simmons. "35 laps on the board. Who will take out round number 6 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship? So far, again, 5 weeks of competition, and we are only to see 2 feature winners. That is Alec Inslee and Harry Stewart. Will we see a third different winner in 6 weeks? Will we see either Stewart or Inslee continue the 2-driver domination so far in the first 5 weeks? Will it continue in week number 6? We're about to go live for 35 here at the Williams Grove Speedway, and the green flag is out. Here at Williams Grove, round number 6 is upon us. It is going to be Guptill on the outside, Simmons on the inside. Oh no, Caden Barker, we're going to go yellow. A number of cars involved, James McDonald, Matt McCutcheon, two of the drivers caught up involved in that one. So the first caution flag. Now, laps do count towards the total number of laps. So if we don't have any laps taken away from us, we will go green in 2 laps time. So what will essentially be laps 3 and 4 complete. And we'll start our 5th lap, which will mean there'll be 31 laps left to run. And of course, as I explained earlier on in the night, of course, the admin thrown cautions. And of course, 2 or more cars have to be involved in that one. So Xavier Simmons, your race leader from Hayden Guptill, Jordan McDonnell, that's your podium. Caden Barker, Alec Inslee, your top 5. Braith Carlin, Marco Giltrap, Brody Kostecki, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Jared Guptill, your top 10. So 2 V8 supercar races inside the top 10, 2 Guptills inside the top 10. Couple of heater designs cars inside the top 5. And I mean, where do you stop? How far do you want to go down the line? So lights should be going out. In fact, they should already be out right now. They are indeed out. So the 4th lap is about to be complete. We'll start lap number 5. Restarts are going to be on the leader. The safety car must be on the infield. That indeed it is. And out of turn number 4, Xavier Simmons says, let's go racing once again here at Bills Grove Speedway. Guptill and McDonnell, couple of handy midget racers, find themselves running in 2nd and 3rd position. Caden Barker sits back there in 4th. Slides of a 10th. Thought was coming out there 3 wide. Guptill, McDonnell, and Barker. It's going to be Guptill. Barker's now moved his way up to position number 2. In the Pacific Cast, 685 entry. Here comes Jordan McDonnell. Back to the outside he goes. Almost going to go 3 wide again. They're not quite on the inside of Hayden Guptill, the 1NZ car, the champion. Alec Inslee working alongside Braith Carlin. We were nearly 2 by 2 by 2. Xavier Simmons still holds on to the race lead. We still watch the battle between Jordan McDonnell and Caden Barker. Alec Inslee, Braith Carlin. The pair made contact. Braith Carlin, well, I thought he saved it. But now, I think there was a couple of other cars involved in that one. Just as Carlin thought he may have saved it. Unfortunately, Carlin going to find himself back in the pit area. And a little over a 1 second advantage there for Xavier Simmons. Just when I seen the cars going into turn 3. A little over 1 second advantage there. We'll now go back to a nose to tail restart. Sitting on 2 to green right now in round number 6 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Lights are still out. Xavier Simmons still has command of the field. Hayden Guptill second, Jordan McDonnell third, Caden Barker fourth, Alec Inslee a top 5, Shane Van Gisbergen, Brody Kostecki, Justin Stolz, Jared Guptill and Graham Smythe are your top 10. Harry Stewart deep in 19th position. Not sure what happened to the number 11 machine. Lap 11 is where we're at right now. So what is 25 to go? There will be 24 to go, because once we go green off turn number 4, we'll go lap 11 on to lap number 12, which means 11 completed and 24 to run. Just 2 cautions in this main event so far, in what has been 4 cautions all night long. Yeah, the Fastlane Esports boys are doing a nice job of it. First, 5th, I think, no, he's FYB. There's some good results for the boys at the moment, but we'll see if they can continue it on as we're back underway for Xavier Simmons in the 11 machine. Guptill, McDonnell again, nose to tail, but not for long, because Jordan McDonnell, slide job on your New Zealand, or your NZSR New Zealand champion of Hayden Guptill at the line. Hayden Guptill had it by 3/4 of a car length. The only thing that was separating him was that rear tail tank. Otherwise, they would have been nose to tail. Here comes Guptill. Oh, look out! He nearly got into the back of Xavier Simmons. And then Jordan McDonnell got into the back of Guptill. And that could have been disastrous. But the boys managed to keep it going. Van Gisbergen trying to get by Alec Inslee. Again, Inslee and Stewart, only 2 drivers to have feature wins in the first 5 weeks of competition. Van Gisbergen trying to move up to position number 5, will do so at the start-finish line. He had it by a front bumper. Now here comes Guptill. Back to the inside on Jordan McDonnell. Well, I thought he might have gone 2 for the price of 1, but Xavier Simmons was protective of that inside groove. So this is why they wanted to stay off the top of the racetrack. They wanted that bottom side. I'm pretty sure they wanted the bottom side ran in, as right now a lot of the drivers still work on the outside racing line. Jordan McDonnell down to the inside. He goes, contact there with Xavier Simmons into turn number 3. McDonnell gives the spot back to Xavier Simmons. Slider line from Jordan McDonnell in that number 34 machine. How about Caden Barker? Not going away from Hayden Guptill on the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Alec Inslee with a run around Shane Van Gisbergen down into turn number 3. Inslee's got the number 2 machine hooked up on the top side of the racetrack at the moment. Challenge for the race lead. Jordan McDonnell looks to take over the number 1 position. Will do so halfway down the back straightaway and under the bridge. And Jordan McDonnell looking to lead lap number 18. Halfway home in tonight's main event. Jordan McDonnell in the number 1 position. Xavier Simmons back there in 2nd. Hayden Guptill 3rd. 4th is now Shane Van Gisbergen. Barker, Inslee, and here comes Brody Kostecki. Kostecki caught the inside wall there on the exit of turn number 2. Oh, look out, 1 car. I think, was that Hayden Guptill? I think it was. In the 1, he got all sorts of loose and crossed up out of turn number 2. He'll fall outside the top 5. Guptill's now going to have Brody Kostecki tucked in behind him here in a couple of laps' time. Van Gisbergen up into a podium position. And all eyes right now as Guptill dies low down into turn number 1. Looks for the slide jump on Alec Inslee in turns 1 and 2. But Inslee puts the 2 machine back to the outside of the New Zealand 1. We were 20 down on the previous lap. Now it's going to be 21 down, 14 to go. Inslee jumps the cushion. Here comes Kostecki now down to the inside, down into turn number 3. Into 1, sorry. Nearly 3. It's going to be a 3-car battle between Kostecki. 3 wide. Guptill, Kostecki, and Inslee. The 1, the 2, and the 17. Justin Stone. In fact, that's Graham Smythe in the 24 just behind them. Oh boy, it is busy right now in this 3-car battle. Kostecki just follows his V8 supercar arrival on the racetrack here at the Grove. And again, Kostecki's no stranger to being fast on the sim. Seen it for a number of years on both R-Factor and iRacing. But right now, speaking of R-Factor and iRacing, I forgot to have that up there that whole time. And it's the iRacing.com logo down the bottom right. That's what you get for doing other streams in between that for interviews. Kostecki gets by Caden Barker. Guptill and Inslee fight it out for 5 and 6. And Guptill nearly tags the back of Barker in a big time slider attempt on Alec Inslee into 1 and 2. This might be a battle to watch that is starting to form here between Shane Van Gisbergen and Brody Kostecki. Your leader is still... Well, in fact, Xavier Simmons has got back to the race lead. Jordan McDonnell back there in second position. So I've been watching this battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, now 7th. I've actually missed what happened at the front of the field. And Xavier Simmons is back up in the race lead. So can Simmons hold on as Barker all over the tail tank of the 17 machine of Kostecki. And Kostecki going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. And here comes. That is Justin Stolz. Roland Graves behind him. Inslee's up to position number 4. Guptill down to the inside, down into turn number 1. Slide job one more time. And here comes Barker, 3 wide briefly there on the exit of turn number 2. But it was Alec Inslee to get the better of those 3 drivers. 0.6 of a second lead for Xavier Simmons over Jordan McDonnell with 7 laps left to run. So less than a heat race distance away from the main event being locked up. You're watching Inslee, Guptill, and Smythe. How about Smythe with a big move there? Attempted to make the move on Hayden Guptill. Look out! Big wheel stand by the 1NZ car of Hayden Guptill. And one car goes upside down. And that's Justin Stolz. Now, unfortunately, seeing as though it is only a single car, he has to keep it going. Which means we stay green. Oh, Smythe and Inslee come together. 2 cars involved in turns 3 and 4. And there is our yellow. Which means we are going to be set for a green-white checker. Here we go. Green-white checker is upon us. We're underway. Oh, no! Jordan McDonnell. Oh, heartbreak for Jordan McDonnell on the 34 machine. We've got a lap and a half to go. Your top three, Simmons, Van Gisbergen and Inslee at the moment. White flag is out. Xavier Simmons is half a mile from pulling victory here in round number 6. The Heater Designs number 3 machine works his way through 1 and 2 down the back straight away for the final time here at the Williams Grove Speedway, the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Here at Williams Grove, Xavier Simmons will win round number 6. Shane Van Gisbergen home in second, and Brody Kostecki will grab the final spot on the podium. Oh my! Alec Inslee home in 4th. 5th will go to Ryland Gray. 6th is going to be Troy Pennington. Harry Stewart home in 7th. Mitch Fabish 8th. 9th was Jared Guptill. And Mitchell Piskalik rounds out the top 10. And we'll make it official right now with Xavier Simmons getting the win from Shane Van Gisbergen and Brody Kostecki. That will be your podium. Inslee Gray, your top 5. Pennington, Stewart, Fabish, Jared Guptill and Piskalik, your top 10. Donnelly, McDonald, Barker, McDonnell, Smythe, your top 15. Hayden Guptill in 16th. Stoles, Hodson, Cook, Lucius, Key, Carlin, Giltrap and McCutcheon, the 24 drivers in tonight's main event. And the green-white checker is what separates us here. And what separates us and having us a first-time winner. A first-time winner here this season. And let's go down to victory lane. I'm sure an elated winner here tonight, piloting the number 11 machine, Xavier Simmons. Xavier, congratulations on this win. And boy, I tell you what, you led a number of laps at the start. Jordan McDonnell got by you. Not sure what he'd done, but you managed to get back by him, get onto the race lead, and you hold off a green-white checker to come away with victory here in round number 6. You must be ecstatic about that win.
Yeah, no, pretty happy there, Brett. Hasn't been the greatest of series, but finally to get a half-decent result, I'm pretty stoked to say the least.
And what was the game plan? Obviously, winning heat race number 1, I thought there might have been a dash, and obviously that dash got scrapped. I'm not sure as to why it got scrapped, but I mean, hey, that allowed you to start on the pole position. What was your game plan for 35 laps around here?
Survival, really. I knew there was some real fast guys behind me, and I sort of just wanted to make sure I held my line, and I sort of committed to the bottom early on, and it seemed to work, but it slowly went away. So I sort of converted to the slider line, which ended up having a bit of success. So yeah, not happy as.
It makes you the 3rd different winner in 6 weeks. I mean, coming into tonight, I'm just going to pull up the point standings. Hasn't been a good season as far as points go. Let me find out where you are. I'm just looking
deep, very deep.
yeah. No, I'm starting to get that way right now. There are 42nd. But in saying that, you've only done 3 weeks out of the 5, so you missed 2 weeks coming into what is your 4th week, and you picked up the win. How big is this going to be towards the momentum for next week, but also the points championship? And are you going to chase that title?
Yeah, you're right. It's massive, but I think I'm not too sure how many drop rounds we got. So hopefully there's 2 drop rounds, so it sort of can get me back into contention. But yeah, I'll still be trying to push for some points and try challenge maybe that top 5 in the points championship.
Well, mate, congratulations on the victory, no doubt. You got a good-looking hot rod in this Heater Designs number 3 machine. I'm sure there's a lot of other good sponsors that you need to thank for helping you get this car into victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, obviously a big shout out to the Fastlane Esport boys and Heater Design Studio for creating us some great liveries. The other sponsors, Go Slideways TV, SciBite Media, and 17RC.
All right, well done on the win. We'll see you back next week.
Yeah, cheers, Brett. Thanks for putting the live stream on.
All good, brother. There we go. Xavier Simmons, your winner here tonight. I don't know if we're going to have either Shane Van Gisbergen or Brody Kostecki, as those 2 drivers came home up in the final spots of the podium. I think we might give them drivers just a few more seconds to get in. If not, we will go ahead and shut the stream off. I want to have a look. If we go back, we're going to have a look here at the replay of what happened with Jordan McDowell, because this is a tough break for Jordan. Took him a while to get to the lead. Ooh, okay. Well, ouch, he went flying off of that one. You guys can make your own decision up on that one. We'll leave it at that. But that looks like it is going to wrap up tonight's 6th round of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Here from Williams Grove. Let's take a look at round number 7 next week. And if we take a look at round number 7, where are we next week? I know there is something while I do that, again, we want to thank the sponsor, of course, SimBlacks. You can check them out on Facebook at SimBlacks NZ or simblacks.co.nz. So it seems customer poultry, so it seems SEWITSEAMS.co.nz, or so it seems upholstery NZ on Facebook, and of course Speed Nation, speednation.co.nz, and of course on facebook.com/speednationnz. We don't have second or third in here tonight. And if we go back just a little further, we go back to round number 6 tonight. And I will find it here shortly. Here we go. Next week we go to Bristol Motor Speedway, followed by Limaland, Knoxville, and then the Chili Bowl. Now I know 2 weeks in January we are not going to be here. January 23rd and January 30, I believe it is. Let me check those 2 dates. Yes, January 23rd, January 30, we will not be here. So stay tuned to the New Zealand Sim Racing Discord, Facebook page, social media pages as to what's going to be happening on those nights. But that'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Well done to first-time winner here this season, Xavier Simmons, from a couple of V8 superstars in Shane Van Gisbergen and Brody Kostecki, rounding out the podium. Until then, until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.